Hello and welcome to Sports Today 5 at 5 with me, Boria Majumdar. You just finished watching our openers, Rohit Sharma and David Warner bat for you. And Rajoshi was playing umpire, but now it's time for some hard news. The most important news at this point in time, the Brisbane test. You've read a lot, you've seen a lot on social media, you have read a lot in the newspapers in Australia and in India. What is the real issue? Let me break down the real issue for you in 1 minute. The real issue is very simple. Have the Indians said they will not follow quarantine protocols in Queensland? Absolutely not. What is the demand that the Indian team has made? Very simply, the Indians are saying that what they were told initially, that in Queensland they will not be allowed to step out from their hotel rooms in their team hotel. So when they go back from the ground, they will not be allowed to step out from their hotel rooms like in hard quarantine. Their logic is very simple. They are saying that they will be playing together, they will be sharing a dressing room at the ground at the Gabba. So from morning till about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, 11, 12 hours, they will be with each other. So there will be enough exposure. So what is the point of not being allowed to mingle between each other? So if Jasprit Bumrah wants to go to Rohit Sharma's room, when they have played together at the ground, shared the same dressing room, why can't they do that at the hotel? That is the only demand. Like in IPL also, they were allowed to do it after serving an initial quarantine, which the Indian team did serve when they landed in Australia. The Queensland authorities, Cricket Australia, are discussing this, and in all likelihood, this will be resolved. As far as I'm concerned, that is the only bone of contention. So if anyone tells you Brisbane test is off, don't believe it, because at this point in time, that is the contention. Not once have the Indian team said they will not play in Brisbane. Number two, Rohit Sharma and Navdeep Saini back. Navdeep making his debut, Rohit Sharma back at the top, like we've been saying on Sports Today every day. He will be partnering Shubman Gill. Mayank Agarwal, unfortunately, will have to sit this one out. But Rohit Sharma, back at the top for India after serving a 14-day hard quarantine. Our wishes are for him. Big player, not simply a player, but also a leader who will be very, very important for India in the middle. And for Navdeep Saini, the pitch is brown, from what I'm told by both Indian and Australian players there. The pitch is brown, and there is a lot of brown grass. Quote: there is a lot of brown grass, which later on in the game with foot marks should help spin, but otherwise it should be good for batting. That's where Navdeep Saini's extra pace hit the deck might come into use. Navdeep Saini has waited for long. All the very best to you for a very, very good debut. News item number 3, David Warner. Lot of people have asked me, David Warner. First things first, from Sandpaper Gate to today. At that point in time, all of Australia was hating him. At this point, all of Australia want him as savior. So think about this. All of Australia hating David Warner, all of Australia loving David Warner and expecting him to make a comeback and be their savior. That's why in sport, you never say never. And Davy Warner, he's not 100%. I'm telling you this, he's not 100% fit. I've been saying this on Sports Today. Several journalists in India have copied that. That is the fun. Sports Today will soon become the go-to destination. People will listen to this show and then make their copies. So that's okay, as long as you get your copies right and don't make mistakes. So Davy Warner is certainly not 100%. I'm saying this here. Watch where he fields. 99% he will be standing in the slips, because he will not stand in his usual position, mid-off, mid-on, or anywhere there, because he is not 100% fit. So India should try to attack that, but he's a great. He's a modern-day great, an absolute legend, and that's why a desperate Australia punting on him. Number 4, Sourav Ganguly is all set to be discharged tomorrow morning around 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock. India time. Woodlands Hospital will be discharging Sourav Ganguly. I had a chat with him today. We spoke. He said to me he was very weak, which is understandable because of all the medication, but absolutely vibrant, looking forward to going home, resuming work. Very, very keen. Sounded very good. Good to hear his voice. Discharged tomorrow morning. Finally, Kapil Paji's birthday. Wish you a very, very happy birthday, Kapil Paji. You remain an inspiration. Always will. My favorite anecdote, as I said, 1983 World Cup. After India won, by the way, Kapil Paji was the only player to sneak in one bottle of champagne when they went in. The West Indians had 20, 30 bottles. Clive Lloyd had told me this story. But Kapil Paji was the only Indian who had sneaked in one bottle of champagne, thinking if we do win. So that one bottle of champagne he had with him. But when they finished that game and the team came back to the dressing room, what did Kapil Paji have? Kapil Paji finished a pretty big glass of milk. That's what Kapil Paji had soon after winning the 1983 World Cup. You're a legend, Kapil Paji. You will always remain a favorite, the greatest to have played for India. And after that, the West Indian champagne bottles were transferred to the Indian dressing room to Kapil Paji's team, because that's when a game became a profession became an obsession. So, Kapil Paji, a very happy and safe birthday. Wish you a very healthy next 12 months. That's all we have for you at 5 with me. Tomorrow, once again, after the first day of the Sydney Test match, I'll be back, same time. Thank you for watching.